Hey, what's up, YouTube? Got another video here. Just cut the yard. Well, maybe I should say vacuumed the yard. It's mostly what was about the leaves. Because one of the things that tall fescue does, I think I missed the area right there. Now, I'm in Texas, mind you, again. And the situation is, it's not supposed to be this is a warm season area. And this is a grass type that is not widely planted here. But because of the recent technology and the things that these universities have studied and genetically modified stuff, you're increasingly able to plant cool season grass in the transition zone further south, and it has reached North Texas. And this grass that you see here is the grass that was planted last year, and it's still here. So that alone is a testament as to whether or not it can survive down in the in Texas, further south than normal. So what I'm out here doing is vacuuming all these leaves. These leaves will fall in the springtime. It's crazy, but my neighbors, their leaves are falling now, so I have leaf duty twice a year, in the spring and the fall. All of these live oak trees are going to shed in the fall, along with the little acorns. And it's going to be a headache. So I'm going to have to buy some apparatuses to make me do a better job at getting this stuff up. So back what I was, this video about what I'm talking about is this tall fescue here. And I had some fescue to die, which is actually a good thing. Because a lot of you may not know that there's a lot of variety of seeds inside of bags, because seeds, a lot of seeds, they have different tolerances. They're genetically modified, or either by genetics. Some or have more resistance to fungus, some more tolerance of shade. It's just a lot of things. So with the grass dying out that didn't survive, it's actually a good thing, because the weak grass died and the stronger survived. So my grass should be overall stronger going into the next season, because the weaker grass has died. And another thing to help that is mix another variety of grass. I know everybody's thinking that you have all one type of grass in your yard, but it's okay. This is going to be mixed with different varieties of grass, along with different cultivars of the variety, meaning that I have some turf type tall fescue, and then I'm going to mix it with some rhizoneous tall type turf fescue, and I'm going to mix it with some Kentucky bluegrass, hybrid Kentucky bluegrass. So I'm going to have, and for the shaded areas, I'm going to have fine fescue, because it grows as the most shade tolerant grass in the world, fine fescue. So I'm going to have all those types of grass, but when it's all growing and it's nice and thick, it blends in very well, and you will just see a nice green lawn. I mean, you won't be able to tell the difference. So unlike St. Augustine or Bermuda, zoysia, a lot of those warm season grasses, you just have one type of grass in your lawn, and it's okay. It's okay. Usually, like if you get some Bermuda mixed in your St. Augustine, for example, it will be a weed, and vice versa. Not so much with this. I'm gonna have 3 or 4 different varieties of grass off in here, and that's gonna help me get through the next season. So, man, you know, I'm doing these videos and I'm just telling you what my experiences are and what works. The proof is in the pudding, I guess, as they say. If I can do this, anybody can do it. So if you're searching and trying to find out a way to have a nice lawn this year or the next coming year, you know, trying to put sod over this vast area is cost prohibitive. I mean, if you can afford to do that, then, you know, there's no need to look at anything. You have enough money to lay sod over an acre of land, then by all means, congratulations, I'm proud of you. But for most people, that's not an option. You want to buy a few bags of seeds, throw it out, and have instant yard. And none of this plugging and waiting for it to fill out, waiting for it to grow in. You can have an instant yard. I've been here 2 years, and the first year that I planted this, it looked better than all of my neighbors' grass, all of them, immediately. So it's a great choice to go with some grass seeds. I'm just trying to make this be a grass that I don't have to maintain as much with the overseeding. That's why the varieties that I mentioned before, Rhizonius, tall fescue, and bluegrass, that's gonna help fill in bare areas where normally tall fescue won't. So the goal is to have it all like this across the entire area. So I have to put out a lot of seeds, but as you guys can see, that is working. And now I want to talk about some myths that I hear from a lot of people who see my yard. Give you a look at my neighbor down the street here. Let's see if I can zoom in. See that grass back there? That's actually like synthetic turf. They saw my yard here and they actually thought it was turf, and they went and had some installed, which is, you know, from here it looks like real grass. But anyway, back to the myth about this. Now I am out here basically cutting this, but in actuality I'm just cleaning up the leaves that have fallen. It is not growing like it does in the summertime or, you know, spring. It does not grow like that, or even early fall. Or just comparing this to warm season grass, I don't have to cut this every week because the cooler temperatures, when I say cool, I'm talking when it gets down in the 50s. When it gets in the 50s and, you know, low 60s, I mean, it grows very slow. And I'm only cutting it just to either stripe it or get vacuum it, just to make it neat. But I didn't have to cut it. So a lot of people don't want this type of grass because they think that they have to cut it as much as they do their summer grass all the time. And that is not the case. I could have just left it here. It didn't look bad at all. It's just that I just wanted a nice crisp look on it. So the grass will stop growing 2 times a year, and that's in the very cold and very hot. So I don't have to cut it as much in the heat and in the cold, because the grass just shuts down. It may grow roots and all, but that's one myth that out there about this grass. The next one is going to die in the summertime, and this is the exact same grass that I had throughout the summer, and it's here. And I did overseed, but none of it germinated. The majority of it didn't germinate because of the heat that we had. So this dispels that myth that it's going to die in the summer, because this is the grass that I planted and it's still here. So that's another thing about tall fescue. Those are the two primary myths that I've heard, is that one, you have to cut it often in the winter, and two, that it won't survive the summer. So go out there, get you some turf type tall fescue. I would suggest the RTF brands, types rather. Titan is a great choice, and those I do like Titan brand. So I'm going to put a couple of brands in here, but RTF is the key. Good luck. Hey, what's up, YouTube? Got another video here. Just cut the yard. Well, maybe I should say vacuumed the yard. It's mostly what was about the leaves, because one of the things that tall fescue does, I think I missed the area right there. Now, I'm in Texas, mind you, again, and the situation is, you know, it's not supposed to be this is a warm season area, and this is a grass type that is not widely planted here. But because of the recent technology and the things that these universities have studied, and genetically modified stuff, you're increasingly able to plant cool season grass in the transition zone further south, and it has reached North Texas. And this grass that you see here is the grass that was planted last year, and it's still here. So that alone is a testament as to whether or not it can survive down in the, in Texas, further south than normal. So what I'm out here doing is vacuuming all these leaves. These leaves will fall in the springtime. It's crazy, but my neighbors, their leaves are falling now, so I have leaf duty twice a year, in the spring and the fall. All of these live oak trees are going to shed in the fall, along with the little acorns, and it's going to be a headache. So I'm gonna have to buy some apparatuses to make me do a better job at getting this stuff up.